All right, we're going to do a little review on the Mahindra 2123 HST tractor. Had this tractor 3 months. This is a quick little review on it. Anybody looking to buy one of these, I would say absolutely not. It's probably the worst investment you could probably make in a tractor or even a piece of equipment in general. Had this in 3 months. I got it home, had it about a week. The battery kept dying and the tilt steering wasn't working. Had to take it back into them, to the dealer. They fixed the computer. That's what was killing the battery, and the bolt had come loose of the steering wheel. Now, this was a brand new tractor when I bought it. Like I said, less than 3 months old. If you look around, nothing's really built of any quality. It's nice and big and round, but they keep them outside. It's a lot of rusted nuts and bolts, and just not overall not a great looking piece of equipment to be brand new. The bucket, if you fill that bucket with anything wet, it's going to flip over. It sounds like it does a lot of weight. When you're actually out here using it, it doesn't really haul a lot. A good full bucket of rock and you're going to be on a flip over. It's underpowered. It's got the Mitsubishi motor in it. It's just junk. It's severely underpowered. I got here in four-wheel drive, a little bit of mud, and wants to bog the motor down. Anytime I'm actually picking up anything with any weight, it wants to bog the motor down and die. It's not a great piece of equipment. The bucket controls are very difficult to use. If you look at it, see how lift that a little bit and it's already stuck in that position. It's stuck in the forward position. It does have alternate use of the bucket up here. So there's a reason why it goes that far, but it doesn't take much and it's there. So, I mean, just a bump and now it's stuck. Just a bump and it's stuck. So that's very frustrating. You're trying to operate it. You're trying to scoop up, or you're trying just to scrape the ground and the bucket digs in and you end up getting a little divot. Makes it very difficult to be able to smooth things out with it. You can back drag very nicely, but you can't smooth, drive them forward. It just wants to dig every time it comes across something. Right now, the tractor is broke down. You see here, we have the operator light, the PTO, brake, and neutral. The neutral is actually broken. This is the HST, so it's got the hydraulic transmission. There is no neutral for the transmission on this tractor. If you look down here, there's a neutral switch hanging down. So I guess yesterday when I was using it, I knocked it loose or something. So I parked the tractor last night, got it here this morning, and it won't crank. Broke the 3-point hitch. I backed to a tree, and it just broke that right off. And you can see how cheap the metal is. Look how cheap that steel is. It's got some kind of filler with a little bit of steel on the outside. Just real cheaply made. They give them to you at 0% interest for 3 years or 5 years or whatever, because they got to give these things away. I mean, they're not good. They're not good equipment. I got fooled by the talk about, they're just as good as Kubota. They got more room. They're bigger. They have all the features of a big tractor on a small tractor. And that's all true. It is very roomy. As you sit on it when you're broke down, you had enough room to stretch out and really have enough room to throw yourself a fit about having a broke down tractor. This is one thing I was talking about. This lever just comes right off. Brand new, less than 6 months old, and I go to use stuff and it just breaks off. So seat's nice, very nice operator seat. Tilt wheel is okay, not the greatest piece of equipment. Like I said, it's already broke once. And then even the fuel cap, you can easily unscrew it, put gas in it, but you can't rescrew it. Well, you can, I guess, but it hangs up sometimes, and it makes it very difficult to even rescrew the gas cap on. There's nothing easy about using this tractor. Nothing at all. And I know people are going to say, oh, you don't know what you're doing. No, it is what you get. I've ran John Deere. I've ran plenty of Kubota. I'm not a heavy equipment operator, but I've ran a lot of equipment in my lifetime working construction. And this thing, number-wise, is really stacked up nice against the other pieces of equipment, but it's just not worth it. Once you get it home and you get using it, it just doesn't have the power to do much. If you're going to drive around with a bucket full of hay and feed some donkeys or something, or maybe do a little bit of mowing or something, this is great for that. But if you actually plan on trying to build on your property or homestead, this is not the piece of equipment for you. Like I said, less than 3 months. It's broke down, and I've broken all kinds of stuff on it just trying to operate, just trying to clean some dirt up. That looks like a big pile of dirt, but that's like 2 weeks worth of digging and scraping. So, trying to get a pool put in here, but I guess the guy tomorrow will have his own equipment, and hopefully he can finish up what I started. Like I said, such an underpowered piece of equipment, and with that lever sticking, you'll see where I dug down in the dirt. I don't know if you can see it in the camera, but you can see the lumps and bumps. Well, that's where the blade wants to dig and pop, dig and pop, dig and pop. So you really can't just grade a smooth, straight line. It's a lot of just bumping and going, bumping and going, bumping and going. So anyway, I'll keep it short, 5.5 minutes. This is a Mahindra review. Hopefully, I'm sure very few people will see it, but I watch all the videos, and everybody talks about what a great piece of equipment these things are, and they're such a great deal, and they're comparable to Kubota, and John Deere doesn't hold a candle, and blah 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 blah. I would say, for me, in my personal experience, and the piece of equipment I bought, this thing is not worth the money, and I would never suggest anyone buy one. I would not be surprised if people start making fun of me for buying one. It was a stupid decision. I went with what I thought was going to be cheaper. My land's already cleared out here, so all I really need is a piece of equipment to do a little bit of dirt work here and there, move some stuff around. I thought this would be perfect, but it seems that whenever a big project shows up, this thing just doesn't really have the guts or the balls to help me get that project completed. It ends up being more of a frustration when I break down and I can't get work done. But if you got any questions, feel free to hit me in the comments. I am more than open about this whole adventure. I looked at tractors for a year before I bought this. I've been wanting a tractor for, 10 years now. I got 4.5 acres. I thought it'd be a great opportunity to buy me a nice little piece of equipment that I could run around and own myself. It was cheap, no interest, all those things that sound so good. But when you get it out here on location and you can't even operate it. I mean, it doesn't do anything. It's just not strong enough. The dealership helped me with the first time. They pulled back in the dealership. I had to call the manufacturer to get the dealership to facilitate picking and dropping. I had to get a tow truck out here to pick the tractor up, drive it to the dealership and drop it off. And then I had to get them to load it on their tractor or their trailer and bring it back out to me after it got fixed, which took about 2 weeks. So the Mahindra 2123 HST. If you don't know, now you know. Don't buy this thing.